Welcome back to AKC Style, the place for adults who want to get back on the ice again and rediscover themselves as adult figure skaters. If that sounds like you, make sure you're subscribed to AKC Style and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a new video. So in this practice session, we're going to focus on my spins. So I'm going to show you my fast back scratch spin, which you're seeing here. I'm also going to show you a breakdown so you can have the best success at this. And then I'm going to show you 2 other spins later in the video as well. So first, let's break down this fast back scratch spin. And I know this is a requested video from some of you, so here you go. I like to focus on a nice drag before I get into my spin. This helps me find my center before I start the spin. So here again is that nice toe drag. Then I'm going to snap up into my position, and this is where I find my balance and make sure that I'm spinning on my rocker, which is on my skating foot. Your rocker is where you're going to find the most success in any spin. So if you can find that position, you're likely to always be centered, or at least very close to always being centered, and you'll definitely have better balance in your spin. So again, there's that drag and snap. And now once I feel like I'm in a nice position to actually start spinning, I'm going to make sure that I connect my wrist and my ankle together. So wherever one moves, the other one goes too. And here I was a little slow on my wrist, so I could have come in a little faster. But then I think of holding hand to heart while I'm in the spin position. So here's my second attempt at my back scratch spin, and you can see it faster with a nice checkout. And I think of kicking my leg out behind me to get that checkout position. So next here, you're gonna see my forward scratch spin or my fast scratch spin. And it's the same idea as my back scratch spin, where I make sure that my wrist and my ankle are connected and I'm really finding my balance in my rocker. So that was pretty good. So I decided to get a little ambitious here, which you'll see in a second. And I'm gonna start here with my first scratch spin position. Then I'm gonna push into my back scratch spin and then again into my scratch spin. So didn't go as planned here, but this was a different version of the change foot spin I wanted to try. And let me just tell you, I am super dizzy, but I'm gonna try again. So here we are with my scratch spin, bringing in my wrist and my ankle at the same time, going into my fast back scratch spin, and then again with another forward scratch, and I was traveling all over the place. I'm so dizzy, I can't even see, but I tried it and it was fun, so I'm glad I tried. So up next, I'm still going to stick with my change foot spin, but I opted to do a 1 foot spin instead of a scratch spin, and I just lifted my foot up a little higher than normal, up to my kneecap. And I'm much more happy with this spin. It was more successful, but yeah, I'm still super dizzy here, as you can see. So next up, I'm gonna switch it up and go for a camel spin. So I'm doing a little warm-up exercise here. I've done better on this exercise and I'll break it down another day for you, but basically you just wanna rise up and down on your knee. It's something that I learned from skating coach Julia. She talks about it on her channel a lot and she does a really good job with this. So you can check her out if that interests you. But it's something that I started to do after I saw her do it to warm up my camel spin, and it really does help with that rise of your camel spin position. So just like my other spins that you've seen earlier, I want to make sure that I'm hitting the rocker on my blade on my skating foot so that I can get a nice centered position and then have enough time to hit that rise, which was that bounce motion you saw me do earlier. So I'm going to step right onto that camel spin, find my rocker. That one didn't go as well, so I'm going to just try again here. I went a little too far up on my toe pick there, missed my rocker, and just kind of slipped off my edge. So now I'm going to go into my camel spin again, push in, find my rocker, and that rise that you saw there is that up and down motion that I was practicing before. So that was a little bit better. And then at the end, I just decided to try a broken leg spin, which I got lower than I was expecting, so that was pretty good. So next up, we're going to try a camel sit spin, so without the variation. And I'm gonna break down this camel spin for you guys because I feel like this was a more successful attempt at my camel spin than the previous ones. So we can break that down next. And as you can see, I bobbled out of that sit spin. So first for the camel spin breakdown. So I push into my camel spin. I find a nice deep outside edge, but I rose too quickly to my toe pick. So I ended up collapsing into my inside edge, but I held on to that camel spin the best I could. So here's my outside edge again. I rose up way too fast, hit my toe pick, and then bobbled out of my position. But I did hang on to it. So this camel spin position is one that is like my default, just with my arms behind me. And I like to imagine pinching my shoulder blades back. But there's so many different variations you can try. Next up, I'm going to try my camel combination again, and you can see that I was more successful on my edge, and I decided to go for my broken leg spin instead of my sit spin so I could actually check out. And I'm still dizzy here, but it was more successful. So the last spin I'm going to show you guys is my sit spin. I wasn't really happy with the combination that I did with my camel, so I'm going to do my sit spin by itself. And I'm just doing a few kind of like little tester spins, little mini spins, so I can feel my thighs squeezing together, which will help me stay lower and faster in that sit spin position. So I'll show you my first attempt at my sit spin by itself here with a nice deep outside edge. I find that position, squeezing my legs together, pinching my knees in, and then I can give myself a nice checkout. So I'm happy with that. I'm super dizzy now, so I'm gonna stop. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a like and make sure you're subscribed to AKC Style and hit that notification button so you know when I post a new video. And hopefully you'll stay tuned for my next session where you can come and skate with me. Thanks for watching, guys.